Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Decoding Quirks. I'm your host, Aditi, and today we have a really fun episode which we're going to be talking about relationships. Everything about relationships, things that probably even I don't know about relationships, and my curiosity. We agree, we disagree, we disagree. Hello, Pinky Bajaj. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thanks for being here.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Okay, so let's age old debate,
Yes,
arranged marriage or love marriage?
the concept of marriage is dying. Yeah,
I mean, now if a relationship coach is telling us that the concept of marriage is dying, that's it.
absolutely. The concept of marriage is so corrupted in India,
Really?
or you can say it all of
Yeah,
everywhere.
doesn't
I
matter,
have
yeah.
cases from UK, Australia, everywhere. It's pathetic.
Why though?
You know, intensely asking the men why you get married just because they don't want to be lonely.
Yeah, I hear that this male loneliness epidemic is increasing
Yeah.
day by day.
Yeah.
And that's not reason enough to get married.
Imagine.
Not to be lonely is not reason enough.
Absolutely.
That's like, I had a podcast with Shruti Menon and she had said something on the lines of, oh, I don't want children because I don't want people. I'm not doing it from a place of someone needs to take care of me when I'm old. So I think it's similar, right? Like what you're saying.
Yeah. Currently, we entering into marriage. A marriage is a contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marriage is a contract.
And it's a kind of a thing of a shared responsibility. But what we were living all this while was marital entitlement. Like how we see that Praneeth More ka case, 370 rupees biryani. ठीक है, entitled के मुझे ये सब करना है. Oh my God, I have immense cases, elite classes, and the men feel entitled के कहाँ जाएगी? क्या कर लेगी? And believe me, those women have not been able to come out of those marriages.
Because they're like coming from a very rich family.
And financially dependent. The parents too dismiss that there is a issue.
Yeah. That Twisha Sharma also, was it similar when the
Twisha Sharma is a dowry case. Dowry case तो definitely immense हो ही रहे हैं.
Yeah.
You know, I just saw a fascinating reel yesterday. Courtroom, the judge says, आज तक कोई भी death ननंद की हुई है, mother-in-law की हुई है, in the kitchen cooking करते हुए death हो गई, किसकी हुई है? सिर्फ daughter-in-laws.
Yeah.
Which is actually framed.
Always framed.
Always framed. No sister-in-law is dying, no mother-in-law is dying. It's only the daughter-in-law who dies. And yet we are selling that dowry as gift culture. Yet it's happening. Crore wedding, Instagrammable weddings are happening.
Okay, so why do people want these Instagrammable weddings? What's the game?
Social status?
Okay, but chalo, even if you have to think about it, what has someone's social status got to do with, them marrying their daughter off or marrying their son off? Like, why is that connected?
Again, there are even cruise weddings. They have spent around good 10 crores.
But why do they want to show a better social status? Do they think that their children will be treated better or what?
No, it's just a kind of a thing. उसने किया तो मुझे भी करना पड़ेगा.
It's as dumb.
As dumb as that. True.
So there's no like ulterior thought behind it.
Just yesterday, everything was happening कि ये अंबानी ने इतनी बड़ी पार्टी की. He gave those watches to the actors.
Yeah.
Messi came down saying just a hi. What was it about? What are we doing? What is he promoting, by the way? What did he do?
Yeah.
So the influencer industry is coming from here only, na bhai? Social status, उसने ये किया तो मुझे भी ये करके दिखाना है. The impulsive decision making, where does it come from here? I have men who are into gambling.
Okay.
And I had such certain cases like, ke very high impulsive guys, but they are not even ready to address the sexual problems which they're having with their wives.
Oh.
I, as a psychologist, vouch very high to fix the sexual intimacy.
Okay.
The emotional foreplay. The foreplay and afterplay are the emotional blueprint of your marriage. They're not ready to work on that. They're ready like, हम इतना provide कर रहे हैं ना, ये हो रहा है ना.
So they need
only a penetrative act हो रहा है. Women have faked orgasms for years and years.
But ये still अभी तक हो रहा है.
हो रहा है.
And okay, chal, now even we have financially stable women, financially independent women are there. They are also faking their orgasm.
A woman can be earning 100 crores, but at home, she's still a submissive wife.
That only, na? Why? Chalo, in some cases, so we understand there is like financial dependency.
But the blueprint of the marriage which we're getting, like I asked the first question, what is the interpretation of your parents' marriage to you? The Bollywood, प्यार ऐसा होता है, प्यार वैसा होता है. Oh God, see the expression you're having. It's still there.
I think it's really toxic at that point. You know, we had such less love in the 90s amongst our parents. Like, we would see that our parents would not even hug and kiss each other. Like, we didn't see any love, but that's when Bollywood is like, this is the lack. Let's make rom-coms back to back and sell these people love. And at a point, it became so toxic.
I'll give you one nice case study wherein a woman comes with pathetic headaches she's having and she's like, okay, what to do, you know? Okay. Unfolding into therapy, there is one very shocking truth which she comes up with, that she stayed in a hotel room in the night with a boyfriend and the boyfriend grabbed her head and banged it on the bed 3 to 4 times in the night, in the sleep.
So they were not sexually active at that point. They were.
They
They
are.
were. Okay. Huh.
They are. But this has happened in the night when they both are sleeping.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
She is terrified to death. She just goes in the, in the room only somewhere, sitting at a corner, whole night awake. When would he wake up? And I want to ask him what he did. He's like, I didn't do anything. He's unaware about it. Okay. Unfolding the story further, I'm trying to understand where is this coming from. And it's a red flag which she knows, I know, everybody knows, why is she bloody staying in this? Okay, unfolding it further, 1 year back, she had an abortion with the same guy.
Oh God.
I'm trying to understand love ka concept kya hai bhai bandi ka.
Yeah.
Unfolding it further, the parental blueprint, she's never seen her parents sleeping in the same room. Love was distance. Love was never shown affection. Like how you said, हाथ पकड़ते हुए भी नहीं देखा है.
नहीं देखा है.
कुछ नहीं देखा है. So when I'm getting a little attention from this guy,
I'll do anything.
oh, I'll do anything. True.
Yeah.
Got
Take
it?
it. I'll take anything.
And those
Kachra
hormones
also
which
at
are
this point.
playing
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you, the butterflies which are playing with you. Oh my God, that's a spark. I'm getting it. Do you know that? So you'll go crazy about it.
It's terrible.
And unfolding it further, where is this happening? And still she can't leave him because he's emotionally abusive. He's not even gifting her. He's not even treating her correct. Still staying there. She's mad. She's going crazy. 6 hours she's sitting in front of me in therapy.
Okay.
It was so bad.
So what happens then to such a person?
Unfolding it further, I lost my virginity with this guy.
Oh God.
And in that case, I should really get married to him. Are you kidding me? Now, if you go down, Aditi, if you know, I don't know how much you know about India.
Yeah.
पुराने ज़माने में, if you see the man has raped the woman, solution क्या था?
Get
शादी करा
married.
दो.
Yeah. Yeah.
The court also has given this jurisdiction कि भाई rape हो गया है. How do we repair this? The solution they had, शादी करा दो.
Yeah. Yeah.
Such a sad truth.
Terrible. Terrible.
And yet, this conditioning, when we grow up in, women could not leave. Only thing, when we challenge this belief in therapy, she could really come out of it.
So you know what's really standing out for me here is that she was privileged enough to come in for therapy.
Thank God.
Yeah, she was privileged enough to come in for therapy, but she was not privileged enough to be educated to a point where virginity doesn't matter.
So that's what I said. Women are earning 100 crores.
Yeah.
But personally, their relationship fails. That's what I said. Therapy is not about the event. It's about the underlying beliefs which you're holding. And those are the cages which we really need to unveil. It's the pain you're holding and you're not enjoying the pain. You're sulking, you're crying, you're terrified out of it. But you don't know how to get rid of it because you don't know the belief.
Yeah. And everything actually comes down to a belief, right?
Absolutely.
And we kind of like make ourselves believe that what we believe are facts.
Yeah.
But they're never facts. Like, it's dark outside, that's a fact. When it's morning that the sun comes out, that's a fact.
Yeah.
gravity exists, that's a fact. But something like you've lost your virginity to a guy and now you must marry him, otherwise you are a bad person.
So यही बोला गया ना कि एक औरत की इज्जत उसके
हाँ.
वजाइना में होती है.
Yeah.
So this is such a thing which has been fed to the woman.
Terrible.
It's really terrible. It's very sad.
How
are
many
we
years
doing
ago
this?
was this? Was it a very recent, like,
No, quite some years
okay,
back.
right.
Yeah.
but still in like yeah, wow. To me, I just feel like, and I think we had this discussion as well earlier, where I'm just like, do you think we are able to see this better because privilege kind of plays a role in our life? Like, I think when people are too elite and come with too much money, wo bhi bandhan hi hai. Like, that is also like a trap at the end of the day. When people come from less money, they also feel like a trap only. Like, they constantly need to work for money, work for your perspective, work to be liked.
Yeah.
But when you come from that middle aspect where you're not completely struggling and you have the privilege to travel the world outside, get like different perspectives, so do you think that we are saying this because we have a certain amount of privilege?
Again, I would say privilege would be a mindset.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Traveling really gives you a lot of experiences, a lot of exposure of talking to a stranger, where we've been embedded with the fact that don't talk to strangers. घर की बात बाहर नहीं जानी चाहिए, किसी को पता नहीं चलना चाहिए.
Yeah, this घर की बात बाहर नहीं जानी चाहिए is a very big thing.
So why do you think coming to therapist and therapy is yet a taboo?
Yeah,
भाई stranger को बता रहे हो.
Yeah.
And we as therapists are normalizing, talking to strangers.
Yeah.
Because what will they do and how much are they going to judge you? I host around Sisterhood Circle. I believe in creating a community of people where they can be so vulnerable and not feel judged. And it's okay. We all are going through some or the other, issues. Everybody has something in their shoes. We are not judging you.
I'm like, please tell your friends about it. Please allow people to help you. Because if you don't allow people to help you, you are always going to struggle. You're never going to be vulnerable. You're never going to be as vulnerable as when you allow someone to help you.
That's where exactly Gen Z is coming in.
Yeah, they're doing a fabulous job.
Fabulous. They're vulnerable. They would attract on vulnerability. They are not like millennials carrying the mask and the filters and not putting it,
Yeah.
We are still taught that the truth when spoken at home needs to be dressed well.
Yeah, so, like you said, even therapy is a taboo. Even like, asking for help is a problem. Something I went through when I was younger, and I used to, so I'm dyslexic, and I used to go for tuitions. So when we used to finish our board exams or big exams, forget board, we finish our big exams, we used to be like, oh, she got 90% with tuitions or without tuitions. That also was a big play in the middle. Ki like, did you do it with help?
Yeah.
Because if you did it with help, then you don't get as much credit.
Yeah.
But I was also someone that went for tuitions from a very young age because of my dyslexia. And also, like, parents are busy, yeah. Please go take some help. So that narrative within me was like, if you need something, you have to obviously ask for help. So I feel like a lot of my friends who were tuition-going children, they have very easily gone into therapy.
Very nicely you've broken down this concept, and you said because asking for help is way more like, they carry a lot of guilt, shame attached to it, that we can't ask for help. मतलब घर में काम वाली भी काम करे तो उसे पता होना चाहिए ना.
Yeah.
Like this, seriously, I'm like, where is this coming from?
Yeah, exactly.
The husband should understand. People should understand. They should read you. मुझे gift चाहिए, मुझे ये चाहिए. How?
You have to always ask for help.
You have to ask. You have to express.
But for that, you need to be aware about yourself, ना, that this is ये काम कर रहा है कि नहीं कर रहा है. So now again, coming back to like relationships and all, is there a problem with love marriage and arranged marriage? Does one work better than the other?
Again, it is a thing wherein a lot of efforts will be taken in by both the ends. If both are accountable for their behavior,
then it doesn't matter.
Then it doesn't matter. Absolutely doesn't matter. But today, nobody will enter marriage just blindfoldedly.
So for me, what I have realized is that I read this stat somewhere where they said that there are more divorces in love marriage and less divorces in arranged marriage. And I'm like, but that's not a good thing. What it means is like in love marriage ki love khatam ho gaya hai, and now we are moving on because you have consensually come into this agreement, you're consensually exiting this agreement.
I had a mentor who said arranged marriages are dying, only love marriage will be there.
Oh really? Arranged marriages are dying. Okay.
He also carried his stats and he's doing a PhD and thesis on it. And I was like, wow, do you really say so? Because the fact proven. But again, nowadays, what is it? You want to explore the relationship and then enter to it.
Yeah.
So be it it's arranged, they're trying to convert it into love.
Into love, yeah.
6 months, 1 year, see each other, then just dive into it.
Have you ever had an experience where they have been in love and got married and then it didn't work out?
Oh yeah. Many.
Yeah. And what's the reason for it not working?
No, means पहली बात तो तुमने love किस base पे शुरू किया था? Do you get it? It was like, okay, just a spark. Oh, I thought this is the one. That school kiddish love. They've not even bloody done anything together.
True.
But they've called it 10-year long relationship. I'm like, are you like kidding me? Has he even told you? Has he even proposed to you? Not yet. Can you beat that? The first question he's proposed, not yet.
Okay,
I said, stop calling this bloody bullshit an affair or a relationship also.
Okay, is it important to get an official like proposal?
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
We really need it.
Yeah, na?
I want my guy to make me, really go gaga over it. If you've not done this, please do it.
Yeah.
Correctly. Why not?
But do you think women are not taught that they'll like you deal with scraps also?
Yeah. Because asking for love is a taboo.
Why?
Women are not even aware about their body pleasures. Women are not even aware about, they can talk about their pleasures. It's such a shame and a taboo to talk about your pleasures, intimacy. If they have a body count, they have been shamed about.
Tell me more about the body count. What's the problem with having a body count? Like, what do you think the society or men generally have?
So nowadays, I can say the men have even changed.
Oh, really? Thank God.
Yes. So body count, the men who will question what's the woman's body count, how many people she has slept with, or whatever it is. So more experience the woman, the more better. The sexual intimacy.
So they're looking at it as a good thing now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there are men also like this who will not ask for a body count because I don't want to judge you on your past. I want the relationship now to be beautiful.
So I've also heard like if you have a huge body count, like from the negative aspect I've heard, is that because you could not sustain with one man, you run at every problem that comes across, you always need excitement, that thus you are moving to the next project or to the next man. So I've heard it from that negative aspect where men are just like, she can't be with one person.
Okay.
She's with like 10.
Okay. So again, I'll give you the stats here. That's what I said where the women are faking orgasms. Pata hi nahi tha na. Did I have a good sex and a amazing orgasmic life? Or did I not? Right? Did we ask the real questions? We are just going on the body count.
Exactly.
You get it? So the stats shows 20% is the emotional safety. 20% is the social image which we create about each other. 60% is the sexual intimacy.
Wow.
And if that 60% is missing, dude, you're doing something wrong.
Oh my God.
Fix it.
60%? That's really big, huh?
Yeah,
I would have thought it's like 35, 45.
No. So if your 120 is missing, the next 80 is great. If you're that, another 40 is missing, 60 is great. But if 60 is missing, sweetheart, this will have a fallout. For sure.
Wow. I didn't know that. And also, makes sense though. Makes sense. It's very interesting. That's why when I said that the divorce rates in love marriages are higher, that's because they understand, abhi love ho hi nahi raha hai, so let's move on.
Yeah.
Right? In arranged...
Sexless marriages.
Yeah, I was just coming to that. I'm saying arranged marriages, there must be so many sexless marriages, right? And that was known to be like, oh, you compromise. You must compromise. It's a normalized thing.
Yeah.
Sleeping in different bedrooms.
I still have certain cases. I still have those couple groups where the woman is every day putting up a reel to taunt that man, me being there because a therapist is there in the group. He's happy with his family. He's doing kiki around with everybody, sister, brother. But when coming to the wife in the bedroom, can't he understand such a simple fact?
Can't.
He's like, I'm done for the day, dude. I don't want to. This is the answer.
My God.
And imagine now what is left for the woman, but she can't leave now. That's what I'm saying. Marital entitlement comes with this. You eat what is there in your plate. I feed you. I give you the house. You're blessed. Just stay like this.
So so much guilt and shame is attached to the fact that she's getting bare basic needs met. That also not for herself, for her children.
Yeah.
If probably children were not even in this case, he would have been outside only.
Yeah. I'm telling you, ये ना एक threshold तक रहेगा. If therapy में भी इन लोग को भी ना, then the pain is also pleasure. They're holding on to that pain. हटेंगे ये लोग. And there is a fallout. In after few years, there will be a fallout if this is not to be fixed. And that's where the alimony, the courtroom drama, each and every thing steps in. The man will start then doing the mehnat. जब तक ये हो रहा है ना, he's not doing mehnat.
Yeah.
He doesn't realize the mehnat needs to be done.
Yeah. He just feels like where the girl is doing drama.
Yeah.
She's over expecting
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah. The Bollywood has spoiled it. But believe me, the sexual intimacy needs to be fixed. How you address a woman, how do you make her feel seen, heard, loved? Then the bedroom will start. They just believe, go do the act and it's done.
Yeah.
And I gave you enough.
Yeah. You should be happy with
You
this.
should be happy with it. But what about your pleasures? No. Why are you
don't
asking
think-
for too much?
No, but men have not been taught that women need to be pleasured as well. They have not
So
been taught.
Exactly. Where do you think that last stats came up? 62 million men visited that website of how to rape. It was such a bullshit thing. Men have not even taught how to correctly address a woman.
So what about that was bullshit? The fact that they visited that site, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said the stat was bullshit now.
No.
Yeah, exactly. And they
Because
also
they
it's
just
a
think about
commodity.
that.
It's a transaction. It's a commodity.
The
That's why.
right sex education needs to be given. So wherein I have to literally tell, the men, there are 32 pleasure points in a woman's body. How do you make her feel touched? Where she gets arousal? How does she feel? It really matters.
Oh, God.
It's not about the penetrative act. A woman does not get her orgasm from there.
Yeah.
It's otherwise. And I literally asked, how long is your foreplay?
2
get
minutes.
Very
30 seconds.
uncomfortable for them to answer. Why are you asking this? I still have to go. Is it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 15 minutes and we are done? I said, that's not. It takes 20 minutes of clitoris caressing. That is also not even a penetrative act. Still, she'll feel might feel aroused. Most of the women do not get their pleasures or orgasms from a penetrative act.
No, most
It's
of them don't.
otherwise.
Yeah. Most of them don't get it.
But the men have not given the right way to do it.
Do you think that if a man really studies this or devotes time to learn a woman's body, he is considered lame, or like he's not like, people will make fun of him in the sense?
Okay, I wouldn't say about this, but there men do I have in counseling sessions who are on the emotional side,
Yeah.
who are very much in touch in their
Yeah.
feminine side, have also been shamed quite a lot.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Would other men or other people be like, dude, this is damn lame? Like,
Yeah. They're having the real conversations. They're taking the courage to do this. Right now, the trend is changing.
And what's the trend now?
I mean, there are men who are in touch, but they really know how to carry it well. But if you see the millennial generation, where the men were in touch with their feminine side, they were shamed upon.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
And why are you behaving like this? Can't
Yeah.
you be the man of the house?
What is that? What does that mean, be the man of the house?
Like, be strong is the version they need to hold their guards very high. Why? If they're being feminine, if they're trying to understand the mother, if they're trying to understand the wife, if they're trying to take a stand for the wife, they're wrong.
Have you had any cases where the mother-in-laws or the in-laws have created trouble for the marriage, because at least from whatever we hear, it's usually like the in-laws, the ones who separate are much happier, but that's not the solution. That should never be the solution, that I want to be happier so that I should separate it. Honestly, even that comes from a very negative space. So
See, I'll tell you again what you're
in-laws
saying. If the woman is very sexually satisfied now in a relationship,
doesn't
she
matter.
will take all the drama.
Oh,
she
shit.
will handle all the hurdles of life. But if she's not now, she'll create
even
a ruckus.
the minute thing will be,
Why did she say this? Why did you do this? Why did this happen? All the whys will come up. That's why I said the men can play way, way more smarter, but they should know where to play.
dude, it's almost like we've given them a blueprint right now. What the hell? Like, I'm feeling slightly exposed in this moment. Like, but you're right. Like, if someone's constantly happy,
She will say, okay, यार बोल रही है, बोलने दे, एक कान से सुनो, दूसरे कान से निकालो. She'll be the confident person. I'll deal with it. My man is with me. But if the man is not with me, he's not giving the right attention.
I can't even believe this.
तभी वो हम साथ साथ हैं वाले खानदान चल पड़े थे.
Yeah.
Do you get it? The bedroom rituals were fixed. They were addressed better. The woman could be happy.
That's so interesting. So, do you have any stories around that, like where the
Okay, I'll
in-laws
give-
have done drama and the girl
See,
has?
in-laws, I'll tell you where everybody will have a drama. Because again, the blueprint which you're carrying, you've never seen your mother doing drama, you'll get a mother-in-law who's dramatic, you'll be like, ye kya shit hai?
Ah, okay.
You know, ye kya shit hai? I will not take this shit. Let me get separated. Do you get it? But again, I'll give you the example of, men getting into porn addiction and coming to me. Okay, I had got a case like where the man is getting a lot of palpitations. He's thinking he's going to die. Panic attacks were so severe. Every 2-3 months, he used to land up doing all the tests.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's like,
I was like, oh, are you talking about the same person that I know? But yeah, I know. I have a client where, I know this. I know
So he's getting a panic attack. Oh my God, मुझे कुछ होने वाला है. The doctors were like, please go talk to a psychologist. We are done this entire year. Every 2 months you walked in for whole body checkup. Stress test, story को सब कुछ करा लिया. Okay, now this guy is like approaching me. And then after 1 year he came, because it takes a lot of courage to go into therapy.
Yeah, we
It's
get
not
it.
easy.
We get it. We get it.
One time they'll come, after 6 months they'll come. One time they'll come after one.
yeah.
So therein I get him as this, मुझे कुछ होने वाला है. So he can't even walk stairs. He can't even drive. He's put himself so much into a closet. But when we talk, we have those safer conversations. Believe me, the worst clinical cases also, the medicines also wean off.
Yeah. 100%.
So because those talks, they've not been able to tell anybody. As we'll ask those questions also. Wherein he was carrying intense guilt from, as a child, as a teenager, I had a porn addiction.
And he didn't have it now?
Okay, unfolding more into therapy. At the later stages of his, he got, at late 30s, he got married. He's having a baby. But again, his sexual life is not going good. Because we are not having the real conversation. It's a taboo, talking about sexual intimacy, talking about
What I like, what I don't like, yeah.
my preferences.
Like, how do I know my preferences? Maybe because you've seen porn, and seeing porn is also bad.
So वो guilt already porn का चल रहा है, अभी यहाँ आ गया. So any little situation between husband and wife, the trigger was a conflict in जो अभी कुछ होने वाला है. Anticipated, you know what is anxiety all about? The anticipation which we create, and then the panic attack is just a symptom. So he's already anticipated अभी कुछ होने वाला है, it's going to be late. Unfolding it further, ये इतना क्यों danger as a threat लिए जा रहा है? Within the vicinity, he's seeing 4 to 5 divorce cases. Okay. So he's like, definitely हम दोनों के बीच में जो हो रहा है ना, बस अभी ये relationship खत्म होने वाला है. What if I fail? What if I fail? I'm doing something wrong. I'm doing something wrong. And the woman is getting more masculine, and it's like, damn, how do I nail this? So getting into a couple therapy, talking the normal conversations, wherein it became quite better and healthier, So you're speaking your truth was the first thing. Having those honest conversations was a thing. When I told you we millennials are the one who are carrying filters and masks, हम सच्ची बात तो बोल ही नहीं पा रहे हैं.
True, I agree. We are carrying too much baggage.
So imagine this case from where the
Yeah.
root causes and to what it lands up.
It's so beautiful sometimes to see how like one small thing can like fix
Blow up,
yeah, but fix such a huge thing in your life.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why I've always like loved these therapy stories. You said something on the lines of that the woman became more masculine and masculine. Tell me more about that, because I just feel like every time a woman has a less alpha male, and I'm not saying that they should have an alpha male, but when they don't have a man doing like, a father figure doing like fatherly duties, or a husband doing like husbandly duties, they tend to become a little bit more of a man. And then they become so alpha that the husband starts to feel redundant.
There are immense cases. I literally have to teach the woman, here you have to play a little feminine, let the man take the lead,
Yeah.
and here you'll have to shift into masculine where you can do the work.
Yeah, but I think like this generation is a little confused about that. They will it's very like 50-50 has to work, and on those lines where they constantly feel like 50-50 has to work, because that's how a strong independent woman would live her life. And that's not true. Sometimes you just need to be taken care of, and you need to be feminine and not be the alpha.
But again, coming into the per se of love, they still hold on to the image of Kabir Singh. That rough होना चाहिए, उसे lead लेना चाहिए, अब वो ले नहीं पा रहा. So imagine, what is happening. How much Bollywood plays on your mind.
Dude, we are fucked, man.
That Shah Rukh Khan kind of an image. Oh my God, that love guru. But damn, what was he doing? You know what? I have even cases I tell children, I don't want to put any actor down.
It's okay.
An
it doesn't matter.
actor loving too many women is so normalized.
Yeah.
But if your father or your own husband is loving so many women, you'll be like, how dare you? तुम वो एक्टर को गुरु बना के चल रहे हो.
100%.
You are just idolizing that fact. But the moment you come to know your father is a womanizer, you look down on him. What's happening and where are the perceptions coming in from? And what is Bollywood showing versus what we are living?
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, open relationships, you would appreciate about somebody else, but
घर पे चल रहा है तो no. Tell me actually about open relationships. हो रहा है क्या अभी?
बहुत.
Yeah, but like are people okay with being open?
Yeah.
In the sense that when I'm saying being open means like they घर पे पता है, like their mother, father and all they know.
घर पे नहीं पता होगा.
That's the thing, right?
घर पे नहीं पता होगा.
But what's the concept? Why do you open up your relationship? At what point do you... How safe enough do you need to feel to open up your relationship? Or how bad is the relationship that you need to open up a relationship?
Okay, now you say extramarital affairs or anything. 10 years down the line, if you've not even had sex, sexless marriages are actually there.
Big.
So definitely open relationship ho chuka hai. Husband is having his own affairs. The woman is having her own affairs. They don't even intervene into each other's life.
This is to what happened in our parents' generation also. That is the...
Now, when we are not even sexually satisfying each other, we will have.
Yeah.
And they're okay. You're going on your date, I'm going on my date.
But what about like in a relationship that there is sexual satisfaction? Do they still open it up?
Threesome, if they like.
Yeah.
If they like.
Yeah.
I have few cases where they are fine.
Yeah.
They're okay with it. And I'm like, okay, that's your choice.
If it works, it works.
If it works for you,
it works
for sure.
That's something.
We are no one to judge. It's absolutely your choice.
Because you still need to have a different experience.
And again, we have a lot of things happening. What you want to pick on your platter, what you don't want to pick on your platter is absolutely your choice.
Man. It's all there.
Yeah, too many.
But that's the thing, right? Why is it so hidden? Like even...
Because
It's so
exposure,
hidden.
the societal image, and sometimes, you know what, it's even a person having their own perception. What people know about you is way different than what you are.
Yeah. But do you think that someone should really know everything about you? Like, even if
No.
it's like, no, no?
No.
Yeah.
And you know, I can say even one person can carry 8 different personalities. You can be something else to your father. You can be something else to your
Dude, I think I have
friends.
18 different personalities. for age.
So exactly, you can be different to your clients. You'll have to be assertive. You'll have to have a certain body language. You'll have to put certain boundaries with your friends. You can be the vulnerable, musty type. Why should I care? Why should I bother? And I'm not feeling judged.
Yeah, and the thing is that I resonate with this so much because I have firstly so many Instagram accounts. Like मस्ती के लिए एक है, personal है, बकचोदी के लिए एक है, therapy के लिए एक है. I have like, and I keep telling people that I am very different. I have too many versions of myself that is creative that needs to come out.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like others are so uncomfortable with that. Others like to confine me to like, these are your 3 traits, these are your 5 traits. And every time I am a different personality, it shocks like other people. Like, you're really different, huh? And I'm like, yeah, what's the problem with that?
Yeah.
Like, I to me, though, I don't see anything wrong with it. Like,
By now, I've started saying that's a you problem, not a
Yeah,
my
dude,
problem.
I say this all the time. I don't know how many podcasts
I love myself.
I'm like, it's a
I
you
can be
problem.
the childlike problem, and you know, oh, are you a therapist? You literally sound like this. Okay, once I was just walking on Cart Road, and a woman was having an amazing tattoo, and I'm like, wow, what an amazing tattoo. She's like, yeah. She just asked me, who are you? I said, I'm a psychologist. Oh, you must be reading people's mind on the Cart Road. I
I'm
said, I'm not a
like-
mind reader, dude. भाई मैं ऐसे लोगों का दिमाग खोल के नहीं देख. A person has to come, sit. That too we can judge because there are too many layers.
And they have to give consent firstly.
Yeah.
And they have to come into a point where they actually open up and talk. Sometimes people come in front and they're not even open.
They are, but there are too many layers.
Layers.
Intense. They are deep. And I'm no one to judge.
Yeah.
No one.
But
ऐसे हम चलते फिरते हुए कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं.
Dude, I'm just like, do you think
I'm not Suhani Shah. The mentalist.
I've been trying to get her on the pod, man. She just doesn't come. Suhani, if this reel reaches you, please come.
Please. We would love to meet you.
I met her once when she was doing a show. Insane. Goosebumps.
Yeah, na.
she's-
Could she understand the mental problems? I would love to know that.
I will ask her if she comes, please. I think at this point we should have the Suhani soundtrack. Okay. But
Yeah.
coming back to us, I have also had people who's like, listen, you must have figured out who I am as a person. I was like, dude, I genuinely, once that laptop shuts na, Aditi, the mental health coach, is also shut. I'm done. You think that, listen,
I
pay me.
feel I have a switch in myself.
Same. What is
I
that?
am not thinking. Who are you? I mean, I don't even know. And I don't need to invest. That's what people say, na, oh shit, you're in a mental health industry. You hear so many negative stories and you must be feeling. I said, no. And my daughter will come back in the night from work. She's like, how can you have the energy to talk so much full day or talking? I said, babes, that's work. That's different. This is me. I am the chirpy type.
Yeah,
I don't
doesn't
care. It doesn't. I said I have a switch. Thankfully, God grace, I have
Yeah,
been
same,
given.
same.
I come out of it.
Yeah.
I'm into my work. I'm into my own different personality.
Can't
And
explain it. I can't explain it. But there is this switch where I'm just like, I'm done now. Decoding everything about you.
Yeah.
But also I'm very like particular that I don't do anything for free also anymore. I'm
Yeah.
just like, once I know that there's money, there is intent, there's money, I'm going to open that version up. Like exactly like you said, there's a switch. I'm very happy having
I
that
even
switch.
tell my clients, see, if you're just coming, you have extra money, you want to waste your money, you don't want to do the work, please don't. I'm
Yeah,
not
wean
here
it-
to
wean it off.
massage your ego. Oh, aisa hua. No, I want the transformation.
But do you think
I
people
want
are
to
coming
change.
into therapy just for like, just to
There
show?
are people.
Just to show that I'm in therapy?
Oh, it's become a norm. It's become kind of a show-off thing also. Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Same. Even I have been starting to feel that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
over therapizing has happened too much, like
Yeah.
from a negative space as well. Just coming because you don't want to change, you're just coming for the sake of
I
it.
have father-in-laws telling me, tell me what did my daughter-in-law say. I said, sorry, there's a confidentiality I can't do. He said, before you have hired 4 therapists. They did tell me. I said, you hired me? You're paying me for your son, your daughter-in-law, yourself? Doesn't mean I need to come and tell you everything. They all are adults. If it's just a baby, I need to really
Yeah,
update you
yeah.
with something. I
Yeah.
would do that. But this is against my thing.
Yeah.
There and there, he was like, sorry. I said,
Yeah.
I literally put the case off. I don't want to.
But that's the thing now. Again, that's why I was asking you about this mother-in-law, father-in-law interfering. If they can interfere something in therapy, aren't they obviously interfering in their sons' marriages and
Okay, I'll give you this only case. The father-in-law is 80-year-old इंसान who's coming to me कि मुझे ना लास्ट अभी जो मरने से पहले की रोटी खानी है वो शांति से खानी है. So can you just revive the relationship between my son and my daughter-in-law, which are divorced since 5 years? Okay. I said, okay, I'll try.
Mind is
He's like, I
blown
can
right
give you any amount you want. I said, okay, I'll try my best. Talking to the daughter-in-law, she has been hit by the son locking in the bathroom doors. इतनी बार पुलिस आ चुकी है, so many times. Okay, talking to the woman, she still says, I want to go back. And I was like, are you mad? And I'm inside my heart, are you like literally mad? What is the reason you want to go back? I had to probe her so much. Talking to the son, she has adjustive issues. My father hired you. What are you here for? She has adjustive issues. I'm asking for biryani. If she's making palak paneer roti, sorry, I don't. I told the father-in-law, I'm so sorry. I hereby rest my case because your son doesn't feel he has any issues. He's entitled. And all thanks to you, because at a point of time, you have surely hit your wife and it was very casual for you. For your son, he still feels he's not done anything wrong. पुलिस आ चुकी है, सब कुछ हो चुका है, 5 साल हो गए डिवोर्स हो गए, बट यू नो दैट फादर इन लॉ लाइंग इन गिल्ट, तभी बोलते ना एंड मोमेंट डेथ बेड पे भी तुम्हें ये है कि मैं ये सॉर्ट करके जाऊं. Because in your backstory, you have committed certain mistakes which you are not being able to come out. So the generational trauma out is going.
it's insane.
It's insane. And I said, I can rest the case. I said, I will not do this. And I had to make sure the woman feels empowered, really not to go back. And I had to ask her, why
Yeah, what
do
is
you
her
need
trauma?
to go? Because we need a man to live.
To be associated with a man so that we have respect in
I
society.
said, what is you need a man? Where do you need a man to go? रात को अकेले हो एयरपोर्ट पे जाना हो. I said, can't you take a cab? I'm doing. Don't you have a house? I do. How much are you earning? At that moment, this is around, I think 5 years back, 80K. I said, good enough. Babes, you don't need anything. You want to have affairs, please do have, but don't go back to that house. I had to literally tell her like this. When we as therapists are not allowed to give suggestions, advices, nothing.
But SOS situation where you have to.
I'm like, bye. Are you mad? You want to still go back? It is so traumatizing. And she did try to go back, not after my whatever it is. In that 5 years, immense time she did try giving that guy the chances, but it used to land up physical fights.
But the thing is that I think people are trauma bonded, right, at this point, because this clearly seems like a trauma bond situation, right, where they even she needs this. How does that work? Do people heal from a trauma bond situation?
Only if they want to, no? They want to work for sure. Then we really have to address the root cause of their issues, where it's coming from, the father wounds and the mother wounds which they're carrying. And then if we work on the root cause, they challenge those beliefs, then they're being able to break the patterns. But if they don't, this keeps continuing. You will keep attracting the same man again and again.
Yeah, the same toxicity will keep coming back.
Absolutely.
And is it important for all of us to know our father and mother wounds?
Absolutely.
You think before getting into any relationship, we must know what our father and mother.
I vouch very high to invest in yourself, your patterns,
Yeah.
so much that you know what value you are. You will not lower your standards.
But sometimes it has the opposite effect, na, where they're like, I know what my patterns are, but I'm only the problem then in everything.
I know. I mean, there'll be a woman who'll come and tell me, पता
Yeah.
है मेरे साथ रहना बहुत मुश्किल है.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said, ठीक है ना, but why don't you change your narratives then?
Yeah. They don't want to then.
They know the problems, they know everything, but do you want to work on it again? Na, they're holding on to the pain and making
Like the
that as a
world has
pleasure.
to change and we can't change around us.
yeah.
Okay, so coming back to this mother-father wound, before getting into any relationship, one must know their mother-father
The
wound.
wound.
How does it help if you can just give
Okay,
us
so all the unmet needs or the wounds which you're still carrying is going to show in your current life.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe it's in your boss, maybe in your friends,
Yeah.
maybe in anything and everything right now which you're having it, maybe even your bank balance.
Yeah.
You get it? In your bank accounts.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know how to set your worth very high,
Yeah.
you do not know where those father wound is coming from, it's definitely showing in your worth in your bank balance because you will not be able to charge. You will not be able to take up the space.
I have actually heard of this thesis. I haven't read it too much, so I don't know the exact details. But um, money problems are mommy problems, but not all mommy problems are money problems. It's because it comes from a place as the first few times you felt really safe in life is with your mother, and then as an adult, the only time you actually feel safe is when you have money. So it's always like what's your relationship with money? How safe you feel with money, not how much you charge. That's different.
Yeah.
How safe you feel with money comes down to how safe you have felt with your mother growing up.
Emotions, absolutely.
Because they bring the same kind of safety.
Yeah.
So
But money issues usually comes from father wounds.
Okay.
But the safety, the emotional safety, definitely is the mother wound.
what about the father wound comes from money?
Your worth. Because father is the one who teaches you how to take risk in life.
Okay.
Mother is the one who's kept you safe at home. The first emotional dependency we have with the mother.
Yes.
The trust issues also will come with the mother.
Okay.
So it shows on your relationship.
Okay.
So it's like, you know what, Sigmund Freud, okay, 6 to 7 times अगर बच्चा रो रहा है, 5 times मम्मा ने अच्छे से address कर लिया, तो it is like I feel safe. But अगर मम्मा ने मुझे सिर्फ 2-3 टाइम address किया, 4 to 5 times address नहीं किया, I will not feel safe.
Will not feel safe.
I will not trust she'll come back and she'll feed me and she'll make me sleep. That is my trust issues. People who easily trust, oh my God, their relationship with their mom is amazing.
Yeah.
And the people who can't trust,
Yeah.
their mother wounds are pretty high.
Yeah. But how does the money and the father wound play a role?
So the father is the one who will throw you out of the world, will prepare you to take the risk. Go be the man, go do this, go do that. Mother is the one who's keeping you safe at home.
Acha, theek hai. Got it.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Even when it comes to like trust issues, right? No, actually, when it comes to anxiety also comes from the crib, literally. When you're in the crib and you feel like no one's going to come back and take care of me. I think that people do like this sleep training, no, for kids. Yeah. And then they say that it's not good. You're not supposed to let your kid cry themselves to sleep because you're giving them the emotion of anxiety and worry and trust issues and stuff like that. Now people are, I think, from what I hear, that they are against let the baby cry themselves to sleep in sleep training.
I really don't know about this.
Yeah.
I can say in my example, my son used to be I'm a mother of 2, 19 and 21.
Oh, wow.
First is a son and second is a daughter. So my son was the one who was awake till 3. And he, after birth, my experience of giving birth was so amazing. लोगों ने इतना हुआ मचा था, delivery ऐसी होती है. You have to go so much of pain and this and that. Bloody hell, I got my pains. Twice the doctor told me to push and I did the delivery. I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm happy. Yeah. My son also came out happy.
He's people not hearing crying. They're not happy. Just saying.
My son is being happy and he's looking around here and there. They had to bloody whack him and make him cry just to see the lungs.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
That's so amazing.
I'm like, wow. But my second delivery, now I have seen 2 miscarriages in front of me in my same house.
Oh.
My second delivery, I'm like, What anxiety? That's why you're saying, no,
Yeah,
mother's
yeah,
crib,
yeah,
the
yeah.
womb really matter. Our blueprint from 0 to
Yeah,
7 years really matter. I am not ready to push. I am saying my baby is safe inside. बहुत तमाशा है बाहर भाई अंदर ही रखो.
Oh.
This was my narrative in my head. And I'm not letting the doctors even touch me. It was so bad. And ultimately, I got exhausted by pushing and the baby coming out. They wanted to remove the placenta. I must have bloody, put the doctor's hand like this. I said, "Will dare you not touch me." They had to give me anesthesia and then remove the placenta.
Sounds painful.
Yeah.
Sounds really painful.
That's
So,
what I'm
do you
saying.
think she has more anxiety than your son?
Okay, I wouldn't say that.
Now that's because they're your children. Now you're saying like this. I mean,
No. I mean, I have picked up this career at the age of 36.
Ah.
So I have also completely effed up in my parenting. So after coming into this field, I was undoing my parenting.
yeah.
So one is like a good child, Hanji, yes man type. And I was like, shit, I did something wrong very badly. And my daughter was a rebel kid.
no. I think we need more gentlemen in this world. So good. I think you're doing something good.
No.
only.
Then I had to be like, I had sent him to Turkey abroad. Bye. You take your decisions. I cannot do this.
Yeah.
Because he'll be too dependent. I feel children really need to walk out of the houses
Yeah.
to make their own decisions. The growth does not happen. You're
Especially
too dependent.
Indian households, like you have to leave your nest at some point. You can be staying in the same city, but just move out of your parents' house unless they have like some illness and you need to take care of them. But as much as you can, just move out of your parents' house. They feel too like.
But yes man and Hanji wala person is like, what, best CEO, best employee banega. But at the end of the life, मुझे किसी ने पूछा नहीं क्या करना है.
Yeah.
It's a suppressed child.
Resentment will be too high.
Yeah, too high. So I was like, I did something really major wrong. I can't do this. I have to wean it off.
That's what you were thinking about.
Yeah, I was like, Turkey, bhai, bhej diya usko ki 2 years you're starting there, you're not coming back. And I went there once and I visited. I was like, if you're in drugs, if you're in alcohol, if you're partying outside, it's your duty to go back home. You're even having an accident on the road, you might call, come, help, we'll take a flight and come.
Yeah.
So you have to take calculated risks, calculated decisions, and you have to live your life. It's not everything about us. The protection, the parents which do, overprotected parents, over-rescuing parents.
Helicopter parents, no? Yeah.
No, but even again, भले helicopter भी नहीं हो, आज parents are working, they're busy. बट क्या है, हम प्रिविलेज्ड इतने हैं ना कि अपने बच्चे को रोते हुए नहीं देख सकते, उसको गलती करते हुए नहीं देख सकते. पहले ही उसके लिए मखमल बिछा देंगे.
But why?
Parents know. Over rescuing. That is where I learned in my therapy. I was like, what is this? They need to, the decision making is stunted because of this.
Okay, but what did you learn about yourself when you had to like unlearn that I can't, I don't think you use the word, but I can't coddle him.
Yeah.
What did you have to unlearn?
I was an over-rescuing parent.
But why? Why do you think you were an over-rescuing parent?
Because that is my conditioning. I was a totally submissive. I mean, I came to
Can't
know
see it, huh? Can't see the submissiveness.
I was a total non-curious child. All my decisions were taken by my authorities. I've never taken a decision.
You like your parents?
Yes. So कभी
Okay,
भी
but then now
problem आए,
suddenly you-
मुझे parents चाहिए.
But now suddenly you shifted like, your personality. They didn't, like, people around you weren't shocked or what?
Oh, my husband couldn't take it. She's not anymore. She doesn't love me anymore. What has happened to her? It took him so many years to adapt to it.
Yeah.
In my house, the narrative changed कि भाई वो लड़की खाना देगी. No, please. Now they don't even bother me.
Yeah.
Mom थकी हुई आई है या वो खुद थका हुआ आया है after 18 hours of work, he goes to the kitchen, he'll take his
And
own
how
work.
many years you're married?
24.
See, imagine. This is 24 years. If this can change, means what?
180 degrees. People who say 360, I said, hello, back to square one.
Yeah.
No, it's not never
Yeah,
360.
yeah.
It's 180.
Yeah.
You need to get this change. You need to evolve. Nowadays, marriages, all the couples, every year of your marriage you need to evolve. You really need to.
I'm with this, and on this note, I think it's a great time to, on a positive note, is a great time to say goodbye. But I actually think that that's the only way to do it. Work on yourself, work on your marriage, work on your relationships. But I think something that we really was a good takeaway for me is also that everyone who gets into a relationship must know their mother father wound, must know their blueprint. Because why not? Yeah? Even if it's you're not helping the relationship, you're helping yourself at least.
Investing in yourself is the best investment.
Yeah.
Let not
The
other
thing is
people
that-
decide for you.
True, these things you hear, but you don't know the importance of
Yeah,
it. These are
very
things that
true,
you
very
always
true.
you love yourself the most, be your own like. मैं खुद की favorite हूँ. How many times you hear that? But it's very hard to like practice all of this.
True.
So thank you for like answering all the questions. Thank you for answering all my curiosity. It was really sweet of you to do that.
Absolutely.
Anyways, please like, follow, subscribe. We'll put her links and see you at the next one.
Wow. Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye.